I'm Angela Kennecke. I'm from South Dakota. I lost my 21-year-old daughter, Emily, on May 16th of 2018. Emily was beautiful. She was artistically talented. She was athletically gifted, academically gifted. She grew up in middle-class America in a middle-class family and had all the advantages in the world. And I worked as an investigative reporter for years, so I knew about the opioid crisis, but I really didn't believe it could happen in my family. Sadly, tragically, it did, and I live with that pain every single day. I spoke out about it because I have spent 3 decades as a broadcast journalist, and I had asked so many parents and other people to talk to me over the years after horrible things had happened in their lives, including child loss. And so I knew that I had to speak out. If I could just spare one mother, and I wish I could spare all mothers this pain, and fathers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, but if I could just spare one person this kind of pain, me speaking out about it would be worth it. And for 6 years, now I dedicate my life to this mission, and I do it in my daughter's name. I would echo what Dita said in 2018. Fentanyl, especially in the middle part of the country, was not a household word, although I was working on stories on the opioid crisis. We were 3 days away from holding an intervention for my daughter because we knew something was terribly wrong. We had struggled with her behavior for a few years. I believe she was using Xanax and marijuana only. It turned out that she was using heroin, and then the day she died, she used heroin laced with fentanyl. I know she was ashamed because I found a poem in her journal that now is stuck in my heart. Needles in cupboards, needles in veins, needles take away thoughts, desensitize the pain and numb the shame. She was ashamed. Users put the stigma on themselves. We worked tirelessly at Emily's Hope to end that stigma. I wish I would have known more in 2018. I wish I hadn't waited 3 days for an intervention because we knew something was terribly wrong. I don't have that luxury, if only or what ifs. This problem is bigger than me. It is bigger than family members. It is bigger than all of us. But together we can change it. In my state, when it comes to stigma, I think people do understand now that substance use disorder is a disease of the brain. However, the user is still often stigmatized, and medically assisted treatment is often stigmatized where providers don't always want to provide it themselves. So the answer of what we wish we could have done differently, I guess a million things, but all I can do is what I can do now.
And if I could just add to that, Angela, is I do want to say that we are in a very different era now. The fact that it was difficult for us to come out and tell our stories in 2018, and today we displayed 7,000 of our loved ones who are here in the highest echelons of government and leadership. That's a big shift, and this happened all under the current administration, and I want to give thanks and gratitude to the work that has been done and continues to be done and focused on what is a very big problem in our country.
I think enough of us has been affected now. We've been affected now. Everybody, some knows somebody, that we're at a tipping point where things have to change.